Styles. Let's look at selecting and playing styles. You should still be in Style Play mode. If not, then press Style Play. In the previous chapter, we were selecting different performances, STS, etc. So for now, press My Setting, and you should have the piano across the whole range of the keyboard. Play a chord anywhere on the keyboard with 3 or more notes, and press Start. Each style has 15 style elements. These are used to recreate the parts of songs, intros, variations, fills, endings, etc. You use these buttons to select the style element. This style is playing Intro 1. The flashing light above Variation 2 means that after playing the intro, it will go to that variation. You'll notice that the countdown of the measures remaining in the intro are displayed on the screen here. As you go from Variation 1 to 4, the musical parts naturally build and get busier in the same way a typical song builds. You'll notice that since autofill is on, a fill is automatically played into the selected variation. Of course, you can turn this off so no fill is played. Turn it back on and press Stop. To select a style, touch the style name and simply touch the style you want. For now, select Desert Shuffle and press Exit. Let's use STS1, one of the 4 single-touch settings saved with this style. Now select Intro 1, trigger a chord in the lower range. Split is on, so 1 note is enough to trigger a major chord. Press Start. Intro 1 has a chord progression. Intro 2 doesn't have a chord progression. It's designed to respond to your chords. Intro 3 is a short intro designed to get into the song quickly. Endings 1, 2, and 3 work the same way. You can also press the Style button from the group of selection buttons to open the Style selection window. The styles are grouped in categories and can be selected on screen using the tabs on the left and right. The tabs along the bottom take you to more styles in that category. Like we saw before with the Sound Selection button, pressing the Style Selection button repeatedly steps through the tabs. Select the Funk and Soul category, then Urban Funk. Press Exit. Even though we selected a new style, the previous keyboard tracks stay the same until we choose one of the new style's STS or one of the performances. Select this style's STS1. You'll notice that Split is on, so the PA300 is now using lower chord scanning, triggering the chords below the split point. Play a chord in the lower range and press Start. You can also choose to turn Split off and trigger the chords using full chord scanning, triggering the chords anywhere on the keyboard. With full chord scanning, the chord isn't triggered until you play 3 or more notes. In Global, you can select other systems of triggering chords. Details are in the PDF manuals. Go to the Pop category and select Modern Beat. Press Exit. As you can see, you can change to another style without stopping. There are several buttons and controls to help you interact with the styles. For example, this accompaniment button that turns the accompaniment on and off, giving you the option to play along with the drums only. This memory button controls whether the full accompaniment plays when you release the keys, or only the drums continue. Turn memory back on. Manual bass mutes the accompaniment except for drums and percussion and allows you to play bass in the lower along with the upper keyboard tracks. Turn off manual bass. You'll notice that the bass will always play the root of the chord you are playing no matter what inversion you play. If you go to the Split tab and turn on bass inversion, the bass will play the lowest note in your chord. bass inversion on-off is saved with each STS or performance. Press Stop. As mentioned in the Sounds chapter, each style has 4 keyboard setups saved with it. These are called single-touch settings, abbreviated as STS. You can quickly access them by pressing the STS buttons under the display. Touch the STS Name tab, and you can see the names and touch them directly on the display. Select STS3. This is a layer of flugelhorn and vibes. Ensemble can be used to add harmonies to the upper sounds based on the chords you play. You can select from a variety of different harmonies. Press Menu and touch Keyboard Ensemble and go to the Ensemble tab. Press Exit. By the way, you can quickly jump to the edit page of a button by holding down Shift and pressing the button you want to edit. For example, pad assignment, setting the ensemble type, etc. Press Exit. From the Movie and Show category, Page 2, Mystery Man. Play a chord. This time, we'll use the tap tempo to start the style. Tapping the button 4 times sets the tempo and starts the style. These pad buttons can have sounds assigned to them, or even additional patterns that follow the chords you play and sync with the style. They can play once when you press it, or loop. Traditional category, German polka. To the right of the Start-Stop button, you will find the Synchro Start-Stop button. This controls how the accompaniment starts or stops as you play the keyboard. Press the button until Synchro Start and Stop are both off. Inside the PA300, there are 125 studio quality effects. To understand them better, let's look at how effects are incorporated into the PA300 using Style Play mode as an example. Rock category, Fire Rock, STS1. Press Menu, then touch Effects. There are 2 groups of effects. They are referred to as FX Group A and FX Group B. FX Group A is used for the accompaniment tracks, and FX Group B is used for the keyboard tracks. FX Group A and B are 2 sets of master effects. Master effects are mixed in parallel together with the dry signal coming from a track. Each track has access to both of the master effects, and the amount of effect can be set for each track individually. Select FX Group A tab. You select the master effect you want here, and these tabs access each of the effect's parameters. Notice that in this particular case, Master Effect 1 is a reverb effect and Master Effect 2 is a chorus effect. Press Menu, touch Mixer Tuning, and go to the Effects Send page. Pressing Track Select toggles between displaying the settings of the accompaniment tracks and the keyboard tracks. Display the accompaniment tracks. The amount of each of the master effects can be set for each track here. In this case, setting how much reverb and chorus you want for the drum track, the bass track, etc. The amount of the Effects Group B master effects for each keyboard track is set here. Press Exit. Although we've been using Style Play to explain the effects, the other modes logically work the same way. In Song Play, the sequence tracks use FX Group A, and the keyboard tracks use FX Group B. In sequencer mode, each track has access to either FX Group A or B. The PA300 is very flexible, giving you the power to shape the instrument to your musical needs. For example, drums. You can simply change a style's drum kit from a power kit to a techno kit, Or you can go deeper and make changes to a drum within a kit using the Drum Editor feature. Details are in the PDF manual. In fact, all parts of a style can be completely edited. However, it's best to keep the factory styles unchanged. Songbook is the perfect way to customize the styles to your needs and be able to call them up in a logical and efficient way, as you'll see in the Songbook chapter. If you do want to edit a factory style, it's best to copy it to a user location, then edit the copied style. From the Dance category, select Electro Dance. While we're here, notice you can hold down the Shift button and select multiple styles. Now open the Page menu and touch Copy and Paste. Touch the Favorite User tab, then the User 1 tab, and touch the location you want the style copied to, for example, this one in the upper left. Since we copied multiple styles, they'll be pasted sequentially starting with the first location selected. Touch one of the copied styles and open the Page menu again, and you'll see there are other useful commands like Rename, Delete, plus a command to rename each of the favorite banks. Press Exit twice.